Tom Andreas here. And you know, when I first started teaching 28 years ago, I was faced with the question of, you know, what to teach and how to fill each of my 6 classes. And back then in the old school, we teachers were completely in charge of what and how we taught. So I went up to University of Missouri and went to the instructional materials lab, and I bought the curriculum, and I came back and thought I was really on top of the world. And I thought, man, I was really set. But early in my first year of teaching, I realized that students complete worksheets and assessments at different rates. And when they finished that, then I had a problem with students who were disengaged, and some students finished real fast, and other students seemed like they took longer than they should. And so, you know, the holy grail in our business has always been, you know, to have every student engaged all the time in meaningful curriculum and content. And so I knew that there was really no way that I could get all of that done, because it would take about 10 different clones of myself to work around the classroom and work more one-on-one. And so today, when I look at the tools that we have available to us, I'm stunned at the power of the tools. And the thing that really appeals to me is that I really can clone myself, and I can be on demand 24/7 at any time through technology like YouTube. And so today what I want to do is show you just a little bit about how I have employed YouTube and what it is like to be a student in my classes, and how you're just constantly challenged with new information, and you can work at your own rate. And so it's just kind of an exciting thing. I've also integrated Google Docs and Google Sites, and so I'll show you how this website all works. Okay, so what you're looking at is what the student sees, and except that the student has a set of headphones on. And so these 2 monitors, if you've never seen a 2-monitor system, it's really, really nice because you just increase your screen real estate. So on the left screen, what you see is my YouTube channel. And so, for example, just the power of YouTube is kind of stunning. This website's only been up for 8 months, and 20,228 views of videos you see here, and then 317 subscribers. I am really stunned at how there are so many people who have tuned into this channel and subscribed to this channel for content. And so as you look at this, you can see all the different videos that relate to different content that I teach in class. And so basically, it's just how this works is that if a student wants to learn how to do this, the video comes on, and then they can pause the video or move forward, and then basically whatever is going on the video is what they do over here on the software screen on the right side. So that's kind of exciting. And so I don't have to reteach all the time. If you're a teacher, you understand how many times that you have to restate things, and that's probably one of the main frustrations of a teacher, is to continually restate things and then people forget it. And so what you can do here is to just keep coming back for information and a refresher, because all of us forget things. To get to the website for the curriculum, what a student's exposure looks like this. So I have Shop Class set up in Google Sites, and the curriculum is all right here on the left side. And so I have an Inventor class, which is 3D modeling that I teach, a Woods class, and an architecture class. And so, and I also then added an instructor's corner. So then there are both channels that I have are here, the YouTube channel, and the students really like the fishing channel, and so do I. It's a lot of fun. So, but anyway, what I will do is just to go to the Inventor class, and so you see that there is a place for students to download Inventor. You've got the curriculum for Inventor, and then the class goals. And so we'll just go to the curriculum. And so when you get to the curriculum, what you can see is that The curriculum is divided into two areas. The informational media, this is what they need to be able to know, and over here on the right is what they need to do. So to do and to know are the two different areas that we focus on. And so each chapter has informational videos, then there are textbook exercises, and then these challenges. And so in 3D modeling, then all they need to do is to just go to this challenge, and then they can pick up whatever it is that is the challenge of the day that they are working on. And so then they can just close it. So all of the files for teaching are online and organized. And so, for example, where I determine that there is a significant challenge, what I do is just build a video for that. And so, for example, Challenge 71 is a challenge that pushes students in some new directions and using some new software techniques to produce the part. And so I've added a video that goes with Challenge 71. And so this is another part that is a little bit tricky. And so let me just pause this and I'll show you what Challenge 76 looks like for students. And so you can probably imagine how tricky that is to produce a part like that. And so basically students, and it is not only is it geometrically challenging, it's also challenging from the standpoint of how you would actually, what the process is of creating that part. So basically I've added then a video here, and what students would do is just to simply begin to watch this and experience the solution. And so the great thing about it for kids is that, for example, what you can do is, and I'll just pause it, what you can do is you can see that over here is the actual drawing, and then over here is the creation. And so what students will do then is they'll work over here on this side as they listen to the video. They'll do the construction as they listen to the video. And so if you can imagine teaching that old school, you would have all the students in the same place at the same time, and then you would be teaching it, and some students would get it and they would jump ahead, and with their extra time then they would do things that would foul up the part. And then students that were behind, you couldn't keep them engaged because they were making mistakes and would be talking, and then your class really craters. And so basically each student is here individually working using the video, and the great thing is they can just take my clone and they can back my clone up, or they can take my clone and move my clone forward. And so you can reteach. Your clone reteaches, and the kids never argue with the clones. They just listen to the clones, and they're so tuned into this that it's a little bit offensive as a teacher, because you would think that the kids would listen to you personally more than they would listen to a video, but it's not true. They would rather, or they seem, their performance is better when they are of working with a clone than it is if they were working with you. I'm not quite sure what that's about, but it's true. So maybe they just know that the clone won't really interact with them. It'll just deliver kind of one way. And the kids are really into the video thing anyway. And this is actually how we learn now in most industries. So I hope that gives you a little bit of exposure to how different things work. As a teacher, the thing that I think is so useful about all of this is that if you look at putting your classes online like they are here, you just don't need to repeat yourself, and the kids will just go crazy with their own creativity. And so, you know, look, the Woods curriculum is all just right here. If you're a shop teacher, one of the things that just you get tired of talking all the time because you're just repeating yourself on safety. So safety is a big issue. So each of these tests, all of the safety tests are up online for kids to see with the videos that go along with them. And so here is this planar safety rules video. So you can see what the advantages are of having all of that stuff lined up. So I really would encourage you to think about your classes in this way. And here's one. This is how I kind of, if I need to do something and I just haven't made a video about it yet, I'll just put it in red on my curriculum, and I know I've got to put a video on that. And so, but this is what curriculum looks like. Each strand is laid out, then strand 9, CNC carving machine. And so, and then of course, obviously then all of these are housed and warehoused here on this website. So really, really neat stuff that keeps kids engaged, lets you teach and lets you build an environment where kids are really utilizing their time much more effectively. And so anyway, I hope you like that. I hope that exposes you to maybe a new way to do your job that is really improves the quality and the fun that you have and the enjoyable experience that you have as a teacher and that the students have in your classroom.
Hey, my name's Bobby. I'm in Mr. Andres' Inventor and Architecture classes, and I'm here to talk about the curriculum he set up for us. It helps me out a lot because I don't need to ask him for help on as many things. I tend to work on problems on my own. I think it's really cool that we get to watch the videos and all that, and we don't need to be dependent on him. We can look at challenges as many times as we want. We can move at our own pace, and it's just really cool to use. We get to use technology, and not all of our classes let us do that. So I really enjoy this. I'm just going to show you what a typical day in the Inventor class would be like. Got a video for Challenge 41, and I'm going to show you how I make the part.
Hi, today I want to work with you on Inventor just a little bit and help you understand how to begin to make parts in Inventor. We're going to use this as our original challenge today, and where I'm going to show you how it is that we go ahead and construct this part. And so if you look at the orientation of the part, it probably fits nicely into an XY orientation. So I will begin the part and think about centering the part in the center of the XY axis. So to do that, what I would do is start with an IPT. And the first thing I'll do is go to start a sketch, and it will give me the orientation that I want. And the XY plane is going to be probably the most appropriate plane to construct this in. And so right now we're looking at the x-axis and the y-axis, and so the first thing we'll do then is to pick the circle tool, and we will go ahead and start that circle tool in the center of the XY axis. So the overall dimension of the part is 5 inches, so I will go ahead and enter 5 inches, and it's a little bit close, so I'll back up. And when you are using Inventor, one thing that you want to do is to pull the dimensions outside of the part. Well, so there we have it, a completed three-dimensional part based on a two-dimensional challenge. And so I hope that helps you.
The main advantage I see to this approach as a student would be that I can move at my own pace. I don't have to worry about students holding me back, and I don't have to worry about holding other students back, because everyone moves at their own pace, and this allows everyone to do that. I can watch videos to answer any questions I might have. And I have the curriculum there should I ever need to use it. Another advantage I'd point out would be that this is all on the internet, and for those that have internet can get on their computer at home and do homework using this program.
Okay, so just a couple of things if you're interested in making your own video or YouTube channel. The first thing that you will need is the Debut video software, and that's actually what I'm using right now.
Now that software looks like this, and I'll go ahead and full size it, and it actually has a capture of its own screen. And so it's actually quite easy. All you do is just hit the record button, the pause, stop, and when you start and stop it, it will give you a set of recordings like right here, and then you can simply save those recordings and it creates video. Also, you can tell, since you're getting audio, that I have a headset on that has a microphone on it, and I encourage you to get a good microphone. This is the best one that I have is this one that you're listening through, and it's very clear, and there are pretty large differences in the quality of microphones. So the next piece of software that you will need is Windows Movie Maker. And I have some pretty hot digital video software on my computer at home, but really Windows Movie Maker is how I have made every single video that I have on my YouTube channel. And so it does enough for me right now. There are times when I think I'd like to have arrows flying through there and different things. But for the most part, I've been completely happy with this. And so the last thing that you would need would be an HD video camera. And once you have an HD video camera, then you're good to go. I'm sure by now it won't surprise you to know that the best way for you to learn how to build your own YouTube channel and your Google Drive and your Google Sites is simply by going to YouTube and selecting videos that help you with that. It is amazing what people have done and just gone out and helped other people to build things. And so again, here is the YouTube channel that I have built, and the curriculum, we've added a link for the curriculum. This is how students navigate it. They simply click right here, which then takes them to Shop Class, the site. And so the Drive, if you go to Google Drive, this is how it's all laid out in Google Drive, and it's all shared as a read-only. And so my sites, I also have a business site along with Shop Class, and so for Oak Ridge Home Solutions, my cabinet shop, that's where I keep stuff for that. So anyway, I hope that you find this helpful. I just think it's the neatest thing ever, simply because I just can be in so many places just at any time. And so I hope you'll consider improving the quality of your instruction by using tools like this. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me.